guest tonight is a three-time Grammy-winning multi-platinum superstar whose songs are sung and screamed in cars and showers all over the world. This is her hugely successful second album. It's called Guts. Please say hello to Olivia Rodrigo. Hey, thank you for getting up early and giving my kids a real thrill.
It was so much fun. I hope they had a good time with the
They had a great time. We now don't have to get them a pet. That's how good a time they had, yeah. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
You know, I learned something about you. We have a mutual friend who said that one of your regrets, and tell me if this is true, about becoming famous at such a young age is that you never got to babysit.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest dreams that I've never accomplished. I really would love to be a babysitter. I love kids, so if you ever are in the market for a babysitter, hit me up.
We can make that happen, no problem. Although I'm guessing you would have to charge like $1,800 an hour or something, right?
No, for you, I'd give you
cut us a deal?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good, because we have some problems with the boy. We'll need you to straighten the last time you were here, you had just been to the White House.
Yeah.
And President Biden gave you a gift.
Oh.
And you told me what the gift was, and I, of course, made fun of President Biden because he gave you what?
Okay, this is so embarrassing, Jimmy. I thought that he gave me a shoehorn.
A shoehorn?
He gave me a bag of, like, President Biden goodies and, like, M&Ms and stuff, and I was like, what is this weird thing? And I went on the air, and I was like, President Biden gave me a shoehorn, ha, ha, ha. And I went home, and I found out it was an ice cream scoop, and I lied to you.
Well, you didn't lie. You just thought that this was a shoehorn.
That is so bad. It's very obvious that I don't know what a shoehorn looks like. Like, does that look like a shoehorn at all?
It doesn't even look like an ice cream scoop, honestly.
I know, see, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know what it looks like, but okay, so this is for ice cream. It's a weird ice cream scoop. You'd think they'd spring for the little button on the side.
I don't know. But now it's safe and sound in the spoon drawer at my house, so it's where it's supposed to be.
Oh, so you're using it. It's not like a...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
President
in
Biden
use.
gives you an ice cream scoop, you use it, yeah.
You know, if you give it a rinse, you could still use it as a shoehorn.
True.
There's no reason why you can't have two purposes. You have now two huge albums, which I'm sure is something after you have one huge album. You're like, is the second one going to be a huge album? A lot of times it isn't, you know?
Right.
A lot of times you kind of put all of it in that first album, and then there's nothing left. But fortunately, it turned out to be a great thing, and now you got some crazy people who are buying purses with your face on them. Now this woman, can I tell you, she claims that this is an official piece of merchandise from here, but I do not believe that it actually is. It says, flip it in the back. Let me see the bag. It says,
oh, it's cute,
praying for Olivia Rodrigo.
Love it. Oh, yeah, I did. She's right.
Okay.
She's right.
Oh, she is, okay.
My girl.
All right. All right, well, that's good news, because we were about to have you arrested. How's your family handling this fame?
Yeah, I mean, my family's wonderful. My family is so proud of me, but, you know, they would have been proud of me if I did absolutely anything. But my dad's, like, super, like, you know, brags to his coworkers about, like, me being on the show today or, like, stuff like that. But my mom is the complete opposite. She's very modest and very shy, and if people ever ask her about, you know, what I do, she's just very coy.
What does she say?
Like, last year, I thought it was so funny. I was in Vegas for the Grammys. Grammys happened in Vegas last year. She was getting her hair done, and the hairdresser was like, oh, you know, how old's your daughter? She's like, oh, she's 19, and oh, you know, where is she right now? She's like, oh, she's working in Vegas, and I was like, oh, well, what does she do? And my mom's like, she's in entertainment. And so the hairdresser just stops asking questions because she thinks that I'm a stripper, you know? Which, like, God bless, like, wish I had the core strength to do that, but that's not me. But so now, anytime someone asks about my career, she just kind of makes them think I'm a stripper.
Oh, yeah, and she just goes along with that.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, I guess they quiet right down, don't they?
Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of the Grammys, this is from the Grammys. You won 3 Grammys, and then... and luckily, you won 3 Grammys, because now you have 2 Grammys, or 2, or...
I won 2.5 Grammys.
You dropped your Grammy on the ground and broke it.
Yeah.
How does that, was that like a you broke it, you bought it type of situation?
No, they reimbursed me, thank God. I have 3 Grammys now, but yeah, I mean, those satin gloves, they really get you. Everything just slips right off. But,
I see, interesting.
It's a funny photo, yeah.
I heard you're looking to buy a house. This would be your first home, I assume?
Yes, yeah.
How do you go about that?
It's really nerve-wracking. I'm not good at making big decisions. The thing is I love old house. I love old houses, but I'm terrified of ghosts, so it doesn't really go well together.
How do you find out if the house is haunted or not?
It's just a feeling, you know.
Is that right?
Know. Every time I walk into a house, the first thing that I ask the realtor is, I'm like, did the last owner die in this house? And before they can get the word yes out, I'm like, beautiful home, beautiful home. Hope like the past owner is like happy in heaven, like love it. Like I just don't want to like upset anyone.
I mean, like what percentage of the owners have died, do you think? I feel like...
You'd be surprised, you should ask.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be surprised, and they have to tell you.
Yeah, they have to disclose it, but do they have to tell you like right up front, or do they have to wait till you ask?
I don't know, I'm not sure, I'm not a realtor, but I mean, one of the houses I went to the other day was so creepy. I like walked in, and our mutual friend actually was with me, and she walked in, and we were looking around, and her phone just goes, "Take care," and then turns off, and I was like, nope, not staying in this house. Gotta get right out. Left, didn't buy the house.
Have you ever seen a ghost?
No, have you?
No, of course
No?
not. There are no ghosts. Let me tell you why I know there are no ghosts. Maybe this will make you feel better. Although I feel like people who think there are ghosts are they're convinced there are ghosts and that's the end of it. If there were ghosts where people died, wouldn't the hospital be so crowded with ghosts that you couldn't even walk? Like, wouldn't they be jumping out of every corner?
I don't know. It's fun to think about it every now and then. You're probably right.
Yeah,
though.
but if it's going to affect your home purchase,
you're right.
Think about the hospital.
When I'm sleeping when I'm sleeping in bed at night and I hear a sound, I'm going to think about that.
Think about that. You'll be all right. Yeah.
No, my mom actually, I don't have any ghost stories, knock on wood, for myself, but my mom, when she was my age, she was living in her parents' house, and they bought the house for really cheap. Like, my grandparents were like, yay, great deal for this huge house. And my mom was going to bed in the middle of the night, and she saw a man descending the stairs into the basement. But she didn't say anything. I don't know why. She like thought in her head, like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna go back to bed and pull the sheets over my head. Didn't say anything about it for 25 years. And recently, my grandma and my mom and me were having this conversation, and my grandma's like, oh, remember that house that we got for so cheap? Yeah, we got it because a man died in the basement. So I don't know.
Wow.
What do you think about that, Jimmy?
I think that, are your parents drinkers? Are they, grandma have a few belts before bed, maybe?
I don't know.
Maybe he's still down there, by the way.
Maybe.
Somebody should go take a look. All right, we're going to take a break. Olivia Rodrigo is with us. We'll be right back. We are back with Olivia Rodrigo. This is her album. It is called Guts. And, oh, sorry, I covered your face there. On the back, you've got your mouth and a little chip in your tooth there also.
Oh, man.
You're not perfect after all. It turns out. How did you get that?
You know, Jimmy, I actually wasn't aware that I had a chip in my tooth until this very moment.
Is that true?
So, new insecurity unlocked. Thanks so much.
This is why albums went away, but now they're back, and now you have to have a dentist on set anytime you shoot anything.
For real.
You this album, as I mentioned, is Guts. The last one was Sour. Do you know what you will call the next one? Like, do you think ahead? Like, is there a pattern? Because it almost, between Sour and Guts, sounds like you need a Tums or something.
That's so funny. I mean, I really like the 4-letter word theme.
Uh-huh.
So I'm hoping that the next one is, I don't have it locked and loaded yet. Do you have any ideas of fun 4-letter words? I feel like you're a good comedy writer. You must have something up your sleeve.
What about lamp? Everybody loves lamps. You know, lamp, and then it could, you know, there's a lot of things with light and whatnot. I don't know. I'll come up with something better.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
yeah,
a good
lamp
one,
could be good.
I like that. It has a lot of meanings.
Narc could be good. Like narc, you know? Like you're working with the cops and we don't know about it.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Actually, at the end of the last song on the album was called Teenage Dream, and at the last part, we me and my producer are talking in the back, and we just duck it under really quiet, so no one can tell what we're saying, but it just sounds like kind of like ambient noise. But actually, if you listen close enough, it's my producer going, "What should the next 4-letter album title be? Fart?" And we kept it in there, so if you listen really closely, you can hear him say that.
Oh, wow, all right. That's a fun little treat. Speaking of 4-letter words, there are some words in there we have to make sure to listen to clean versions of your song, because the vampire song has a catchy little lyric in there that our son started singing back to us.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's all right,
Such a
it
bad
happens. See,
influence.
you're not the Wiggles. You're an adult. You're making songs for adults, and it just so happens that younger people like them too. Do you think about that though when you're writing these songs?
I do. I think about it often. I love using a swear word when I think it's like tasteful and necessary, but sometimes I try to tone it down. Like there were a few songs on the album where I was swearing all over them, and I kind of had to like pare it back. Like in Get 'Em Back, it's like, because I miss the way he kisses and the way he made me laugh. And originally it was, because I miss the way he kisses and the way he grabbed my ass. And I was like, My mom listens to this. Can I say that? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of course.
An All-American Bitch, can I say that?
You can say that, yeah.
It's Perfect All-American Lips and Perfect All-American Hips, and originally it was Perfect All-American Lips and Perfect All-American Tits.
Oh, well, that I don't think you can say, but well, that's
I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's why we
my
have
God.
bleeps. It's
okay,
all right.
Okay. You guys are just gonna have to imagine. I hope your kids are safe and sound somewhere not.
Yeah.
listening.
Plus, your mom thinks you're a stripper anyway. It's probably gonna be fine.
She's proud of me regardless.
What song are you gonna do tonight on the show?
Oh, I'm gonna sing "Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl."
Oh. All right.
Yeah. I'm doing it for Jane. I'm doing it for
That's
her.
nice. Yeah, Jane is very excited about it. Yeah, she's waiting in the wings for this. Well, it's great to have you here. You're going on tour starting in February, a world tour, right?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Are you excited? Or have you get to see, have you been all over every place already, or no?
Yeah, I'm going to so many places on this next tour that I didn't get a chance to go to on the last one, so it's gonna be really fun, yeah.
This will be good. It'll be like a world education for you because you didn't go to school. You had to stay at home.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm a homeschooled girl, yeah, it's a lonely life.
Did you ever, have you ever been in a class?
So I stopped going to brick and mortar school when I was like 12 years old. But actually last year I took a college class at USC because I was like really...
What class did you take?
I took a poetry class,
all right.
which was really cool. But do you ever have those dreams where it's like the first day of school and you have no idea where to go and you don't know anyone?
I didn't just have those dreams. That happened to me, for 4 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I never had that, but I had that exact experience. We shared that experience when I went to college last year, and it was absolutely terrifying. And I walked in and I had no friends, didn't know where to go, and I actually walked into the wrong class. I just walked into a lecture and sat down, and I looked at everyone's paperwork, and I'm like, oh, I did all the reading, and they didn't talk about this in the syllabus, and I was kind of freaking out, but I sat there the whole time, and I was like, I'm in the wrong class. So,
Did you learn
first day of school
anything
jitters.
in your poetry class?
Yeah, I mean, I actually, I wrote a bunch of poems, and I turned one of the poems that I wrote in the class into the song Lacey that's on the album.
Oh, wow.
So,
So now the class, it's a write-off, really, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making my label pay my tuition.
All right. All right. So you go get ready, you do vocal warm-ups, whatever must be done, and a little later you'll come back with a song for us, all right? Olivia Rodrigo, everybody. Thank you very much. This is a new album. It's called Guts. We'll be back with Eric Andre.